Hello everybody, welcome back to another drafting with the Numot. This time we have Core Set Cube. Core Set Cube. No more vintage cubes, so no more extremely busted things. This is going to be a much more toned down cube. That being said, it's still going to be a high power level draft in comparison to anything you're probably used to on the normal. Anyways, let's just jump right in, see what we got here. I think the standout cards are going to be Gideon Jura, Planeswalker's always great, Night Pack Ambusher, Phantasmal Image, and not too much else. There aren't that many fixing cards in this format. The majority of them are green. You have like all of the diamond cards, and then you have some amount of lands, but remember, these sets, or rather these cards, are going to be from core sets, so the power level is going to be a little bit reduced as to what you would normally see, in addition to, you know, everything else going on. Anyways, went ahead and took the Night Pack Ambusher here. I've had some really good success with green in this format, and Ambusher is just a very, very fantastic card. Follow that up with probably what's going to be a Mana Gorger Hydra here. So, as you can see, you know, all of these cards are from core sets of different varieties. M15 here, this is Magic Origins, M21, M20, 7th edition, so on and so forth, 8th edition. So there's still going to be some pretty good removal spells in this format, but creature quality I think is still key, and Magic Origins Hydra is just another really good one, especially if you can play this on like turn 2. There aren't that many elves available, but there are enough to where you can feasibly cast that on turn 2. I think the big bombs of this format are going to be the Planeswalkers, which there are plenty of, and like the Titan cards, you know, Primeval Titan, that type of thing. But we'll take a pretty easy Mana Gorger Hydra here for me. And yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Troll Ascetic now. Third pick. Card is just very, very hard to deal with, and there are plenty of ways to abuse the Ascetic, be it like a Loxodon Warhammer, there's like Blanchwood Armor. There's a bunch of other auras that you can put on, like the Spectral Ward here, for example. But let's take the Troll Ascetic, passing an Elvish Visionary, and see what happens from here. Fourth pick. Like there's a Talrand in this pack, for example, a card that can be very good. We have the option between like a Treetop Village and a Llanowar Visionary if you want to stick on green. And I think I'm pretty happy to take the Visionary. See if we can cut off green pretty hard and then get rewarded by doing so. Okay. Well, this pack is quite a bit worse. The only green card being the Nissa's Pilgrimage, which I don't think would be a bad choice here. It's just not very exciting. It might even be better to stay open and take something like Sift instead. There are a decent number of archetypes in this format, the majority of them being like some tribal archetypes, especially like goblins. But nothing in this pack is really a standout card to me here. I think I might try taking the Sift over the Pilgrimage and just, you know, staying a little bit open. Can't go wrong with a Sift. Although I have had a lot of success with like red-green decks in this format, so that might be something to also keep note of. We do have a Thought Courier here. Can't go wrong with a Looter in Limited, even if it's a cube. Otherwise, this pack is pretty weak. There's a Molten Vortex. This card's kind of fun if you can get like the Groundskeeper card or Crucible of Worlds. You can do some funny things with that, but overall, I don't think the Vortex is normally that great. Let's just take the Looter, see what we can do from here. There's Elvish Mystic, there's Arbor Elf, there's Llanowar Elves, and let's see, there's a Wild Growth. I think those are all of the 1-mana ways to ramp. What do we get here? Skin Shifter. This is like a weird Tarmogoyf of sorts. You can make it a 4/4 trample, you can make it a 2/2 flyer, or you can make it an 0/8 wall. but you can only do that ability once every turn. So once you choose a mode, that's the mode it's going to be. But Not a bad creature. Beats down pretty hard. Not really seeing any standout cards otherwise, so I think this is a pretty good start. I'm not sure how many werewolves and wolves are in the format beyond the Ambusher. In fact, it might only be the Ambusher, but... Oh, there's that Blanchwood armor I was talking about. If we went mono green, that would be a thing. I think I kind of like taking the Thorn Lieutenant here instead, but that's kind of cute if I wanted to take the Blanchwood to go along with my Troll Ascetic. But I think we just want to get a good curve here, and Thorn Lieutenant is just a pretty decent 2-drop, all things considered, so that makes sense to me. But yeah, as you can tell, kind of resembles a normal draft format, although you're still going to end up with a bunch of rares in Mythics in comparison to normal. Spirit Mantle. Enchanted creatures +1/+1 has protection from creatures. That's pretty good on a Troll Ascetic. I think these type of effects are usually too weak, though. We have probably just a Hangerback Walker or a Mitotic Slime here. I don't think the Slime is going to be too good in our deck right now. I think the Hangerback Walker is probably just a fine mana sink. Let's go with that. Gather the Pack. Reveal the top 5 cards you like and put a creature card on the... Put it to 2 cards. No. Alright, let's... Well, I guess we just take the Hushwing Gryph. I don't know. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. That turns off my Llanowar. I mean, we'll just take the green card. Nothing else. Hurricane is surprisingly effective in this format. You'd be surprised. And, you know, it's not even just like a bad fireball for the green deck, so we can take that. Last few pickups. Okay, some maybe potential black plans going along here, but we know we're core baseline green. So yeah, not a bad start. As we wheel some more irrelevant cards, that's fine. Cards we're looking for are like Elder Gargaroth, Garruk. What else? What are some more broken green cards we can think of? Not really any of those. In fact, this pack is pretty weak, all things considered. There's a clone here if I want it, over a Leaf Gilder. I think we'll probably just take the Gilder, stay green for now. No reason to move into another color. Even though we do have 2 fine blue cards, the Gilder is going to definitely make the deck. So fine pick up there, although not an exciting first pick. Primeval Titan, Thragtusk. Those would also be pretty solid. What else? All of the aforementioned Mana Dorks would be good. But yeah, the world's our oyster. Okay, pick number 2 of the second pack, and ugh, just not really doing anything here for us. I mean, do I want to take Force Spike? So far I'm like mono creatures. Could just take Fabled Passage. This pack seems rather weak for us though. Yeah, I'm okay taking the Fabled Passage and just staying open for now. No big deal. Nexus of Fate. Ugh. How dare they? Don't think that's going to make the cut in our deck. Nor do I think Seedborn Muse is all that good. The Muse is okay if you can find like Yeva, which is in the format. That gives all your green creatures flash. But besides that, I don't think it's really doing that much. I mean, it lets me like loot extra. It lets me like pump up the Hangerback extra. But on its own, a 5-mana 2/4 is not very exciting. You know what? This pick might actually just be Karplusan Forest. Again, just to stay open and... like I said before, fixing is pretty low, or there's just not very much of it in this format, so taking it high is not that bad. All right, we will slam this Arbor Elf here as we pass Evolutionary Leap to Fairy, Murder, but this Arbor Elf is fantastic for us. Ooh, as is the Rancor if we want that. Also locks in Warhammer, but I think the Rancor is just going to be slightly better than the Warhammer here. Keep an eye out on that Flinthoof Boar. If that wheels, it's possible red-green is the place to go, but Rancor's nice, as is a Ranger's Guile for some protection. Okay. I think we're doing pretty well here in this mono green. I'm not sure if monocolor is ideal. Usually it's not. I mean, usually you find something worth splashing for or worth playing in a different color, but for now I really don't have any of those cards. Ooh, man, Knight of the Ebon Legion. That card's pretty good. What is this? Create X/1/1 green sapling creature tokens where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Is that very good? That seems rather weak. Knight of the Ebon Legion is pretty fantastic, but 1 mana black card is maybe not where we want to be. I could also just consider taking Triskelion here. I think we'll go with the Fungal Sprouting. I mean, there are a few different mass pump effects. Maybe we can find one of those. Oh, speaking of Yeva earlier, that is perfect for what we're trying to do. Good pickup. Yeah, so maybe there is a world where if I get that Seedborn Muse back, we consider playing it now with the Yeva, since she gives all green creatures flash. This deck might not have enough oomph to it, though. The problem with mono green is that I'm not going to have that much interaction, you know? So I could see needing to splash for some removal or otherwise. Wield a Necrotal. I mean, that card's very good. I have a Liliana and a Priest of the Bloodbright right now. The problem is all the double black. But I suppose there's nothing else in this pack I'd want to take, so maybe we play that. Baneslayer Angel. Graveborn Muse for some card draw could be interesting. Again, double black though, and with no fixing, it's slightly awkward for sure. Veto? Again, interesting, but not sure if that's where we want to be. 3/3 flying for 3, Bloodthirst 3. Or Evolutionary Leap. Sack a creature, reveal guards on top of your inventory, put that card in there. Evolutionary Leap lets us play around removal kind of nicely, I suppose. Also fine with like Hangerback Walker, so. Alright. Well, still mono green for the most part. I mean, we have some black cards and whatnot in the board, but nothing really pulling me towards them. As we open an Ant Queen, Brittle Effigy, Fauna Shaman. I guess I'm going to take the Ant Queen here. 5 mana, 5/5, that can kind of amass an army. Doesn't seem that bad. Wild Growth, nice. Okay, we do want that one. Another acceleration for our green deck. Maybe wheel the Chord of Calling or the Boots. I just don't know if mono green is the place to be still. Like, if nothing else, I kind of want to add red just for some burn spells if we can get them. Because the double black, all of, like, look, I only have one non-double black card, and that's Vito, who has a double black activation. So, slightly sketchy on that front. I mean, maybe we can make the mono green work. Maybe I end up getting, Overwhelming Stampede. Maybe I cut off green enough that I can get a Primeval Titan here or something. Elvish Champion, no thank you. Brontodon? That's pretty good. Rada's pretty good as well. And I do have that Karplusan Forest. But I think we just play it safe, take the good green card, and then see if we wield a Rada. Perilous Vault, nope. Oh man, I don't think I'm playing any of these cards. Yeah, I can't see myself playing any of these cards, even if I were going to splash. So I suppose we'll take the Perilous Vault for the sideboard. But that feels pretty bad. There's a Siege Gang Commander, that's kind of good. Once again, though, double red is a little bit of a stretch, but I suppose I have that Karplusan Forest, so maybe red is the way to go here. And this is a 5-drop anyways. Oh, Rugged Highlands now? Okay. Well, maybe we're going to make this work. Maybe we end up splashing a little bit of red. Not sure about that Vortex, but it gives us some reach, if nothing else. I wonder what I should have been drafting here. It feels like green was a fine seat to be in, but I just don't know about a secondary color, I mean, maybe it was black and just ignore all the fixing. Like, Rotting Regisaur is pretty huge in a core set seal. It's just, who knows? Like, I'm not taking Elvish Archdruid. There's an Eliminate here as well. That might be better. Languish. I guess we'll run the Heroic Intervention, though. And the Fauna Shaman on the wheel is okay. Now, I'm going to end up with a deck. I just don't know if it's good enough. Good old core set sealed, or whatever draft. Cube. There's the Court of Calling. Now, do I want that, or do I want the boots? Because it's very possible the boots are better here. And in fact, I think we probably do want the boots. Like, we have Mana Gorger Hydra, for example. Oh, and the Rada Wield. Okay. So there's our deck. Kind of got there. We can just run like 3 mountains, the rest forest, even maybe 4 mountains if I wanted to. 4 mountains give me 7 red sources, and then I still get access to 13 green sources. So yeah, this is fine. I wish I had more burn spells to pair with all of the green cards, and I'm not huge on Evolutionary Leap, but again, it does kind of blank removal spells. Oh wow, we could even run that Bogarden if we really wanted to. That's kind of an interesting thought. And the Shivan. Yeah, like, for example, Fungal Sprouting, probably worse than Bogarden and Hellkite in this deck. Like, Fungal Sprouting's going to give me 4 1/1s or something if I'm lucky. And then I have no way to really abuse them except maybe the Leap, which is fine, but not exciting. Like, we already have a Ant Queen and Ambusher to make some tokens, so I think we're going to try it like this. Go have 4 mountains, 10 forests. Good old red-green beats. It's possible 17 lands is too many. With 2 ramp cards, 3, kind of. But I guess I don't really have too many replaceable cards, so. Alright, let's give it a shot. Go to round 1. Round 1 of this core set cube. We won the die roll, and we're on the play with a pretty solid hand. Any hand with a turn 1 mana accelerant is going to be good enough for us. Plus, we have some ways to go dig for creatures. Notably, Leap, though, does not let you choose. Leap just says, until you reveal a creature card, so we'll have to bank on Fauna Shaman for doing all the heavy lifting of finding creatures. Opponent is on a white Serra Ascendant deck. All right, they might be green, black-white. I think that's the most common pairing for life gain strategies. Go ahead and play our Fauna Shaman, hold up the Guile. Very real possibility that we just sack off the Arbor Elf pretty early here to find something better with the Leap. Kind words from the opponent, who has a Gideon's Lawkeeper, sure. Okay. Found ourselves a Rugged Highlands. I guess we'll go ahead and attack for 2. Since we don't have a creature to discard. Let's play our Rugged. Let's play our Leap. And we're still holding up the Leap ability plus the Ranger's Guile. Evolving Wilds, yes. Blue-white life gain, perhaps. Or maybe they're just blue-white like... Well, I don't know. I'm gonna stop making assumptions. Who knows? Not gonna block here. Don't think that's worth. Let them gain their measly 1. And I wouldn't be surprised to see an upkeep tap, which they didn't do. Let me tell you, Ranker is pretty weak versus Lawkeeper. Well, let's go ahead and go to attacks. No tap. I mean, I guess I'll just smash with both and see what they do. This would be a great place to have Yeva or the Nightpack Ambusher. All right, looks like the plan was to Angelic Ascension their 1/1. That's fine. We can go ahead and sack our Arbor Elf to the Leap and find something better, hopefully. As we found a Leaf Gilder. I think because we have the Leap, I don't mind running this out instead of using the Fauna Shaman and getting something better. Maybe that's not correct since it's random and Fauna Shaman is not, but... Alright, the Eagle pumps up their Angel. And they're putting a Spirit Link on it. Okay, so we're going to start... We're going to take 5, basically, lifelink here. I guess our ideal draw at this point is Hurricane. Ant Queen. Well, I can pitch the Ant Queen and go tutor for what? Nothing good enough? Yikes. Yeah, we're just going to lose to these flyers. That's kind of bad. Do I have anything in my sideboard? No, not really. Well, this is where not having any removal is bad when your opponent plays bigger creatures than you as the green deck. Go ahead and attack for 2. And I guess we'll sacrifice the Gilder and see what we hit. Found a Bogarden Hellkite. That wouldn't be bad, but I'm not getting to 8 mana this game, let me tell you that. Oh, and a Thunderclap Wyvern, so lots of, yeah, like Hurricane right now for 4 would be absurd. I would go to 2 life, but I would kill all their flyers. That is no hurricane, and we will just die. Do I need to bring in Perilous Vault? That seems so weak. Does it give creatures reach? No, just hexproof indestructible. I guess this doesn't seem necessary versus them. I mean, if we need to kill flyers, bringing in the Perilous Vault makes sense. I almost wonder if the black here is better. Necrotol, Priest makes a flyer, and Eliminate can deal with some of their cheap creatures. It's just my fixing for black is so much worse, but I mean, maybe it's something I should consider here. I think I'm just going to try running black, running back the red, but not high hopes. All right, easy keep. Hopefully this Mana Gorger Hydra can go the distance, and they don't have a way to deal with it before I can get the boots online. And we can start smashing for a little bit early. Remorseful Cleric, more flyers. Okay, so they're just like blue-white flyers. Let's attack for 2. Play the Hydra and hope that we can just curve out on them. Sarah Ascendant, yes, grow my Hydra, thank you. Attack for 2, I take it. Let's go ahead and attack in for 5. I'm going to go ahead and flash in the Yeva for an extra damage from my Hydra. They're missing land drops anyways, so let's just push, 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 and this should beat them pretty quickly. Sure. Like, whatever. Reprisal my dude. Make my Hydra bigger. Now at this point... Oh, I was going to say I'm going to play the boots on the Hydra, but since we drew Ranger's Guile, don't even need to do that. I can just play the Brontaton Bastion for 7. Well, that wasn't much of a game either, was it? All right, what do we think? Do I want to bring in the black? I think we're going to try it. We're going to bring in the Eliminate. Veto can actually help race. Necrotol. Priest makes a flyer. I need to add like 6 swamps. Let's see. I think I'm going to cut the leap. I'm debating if I want to bring in the Graveborn Muse for some extra card draw as well. Is 6 too few? God, I probably need 7 swamps, don't I? That seems... no, that seems like too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I do need 7 swamps. Pretty bad mana base, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, let's try it like this now. Go to game 3. And I think this is a keeper. It's slow, but Necrotol into Priest might be good enough, assuming I can find another black source, which we did. Okay. No need to show him any information yet, although I could thin out the deck slightly by Fabled Passaging early. Seems pretty negligible, though. Okay. Drew something to do on turn 2. That's convenient. And this can probably just start attacking in no fear. I wonder if they attack here. I think I block. That Lawkeeper is going to keep down my team eventually anyways. And let's play the Brontodon out instead of the Ascetic. Reason being, this Brontodon attacks much better next turn anyways. All right. Land pass from them. Let's attack for 3. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and Necrotal. No Angelic Ascension. Good. Now we get to play Priest next turn. Seems nice. Timely Reinforcements. Wait a minute. What's that doing in their deck? I'll attack with everything here. If they want a triple block to kill the Necrotal, I'm okay with that. If they don't block, I'm also okay with that. And let's play our 5/5 flyer. Now I do start taking damage from this though. So we want to keep attacking with the Priest of the Bloodbright no matter what. As they have a Pacifism for the Demon, sure. And an Executioner, sure. Okay. Yeah, we're just attacking with all of our creatures again. That's what this deck does. Ambusher, a fantastic draw. So what I'm going to do here is attack with everything. Remember, I can kill the Pacifism with the Brontodon at some point. So I either can play Troll Ascetic plus Thorn Lieutenant and hold up the Brontodon activation on Pacifism, or I can like pass with Ambusher, Brontodon. I mean, I have a bunch of different lines I can take. All right, they are going to mass block the Brontodon. So the question is, do I want to now trade for 3/1/1s, or do I want to unlock my demon? If I unlock my demon, they're going to probably have to Hanged Executioner it, so let's do that. And we hit him for 4. And then I'm going to go double creature this turn instead of ambushing. I was hoping they didn't realize that I could blow up the Pacifism. I don't know if Necrotalling the Eagle was correct, but I mean, we know they have a bunch of flyers, so killing their Lord makes sense. They have a Sarah Ascendant. Yeah, that doesn't matter. 2 cards left in their hand. Yeah, let's attack with everything again. So almost certainly now they're going to use the Executioner on my demon. So they're like going to block the Ascetic with the Executioner, I'm guessing, or maybe here and then pop that. I could get blown out here by something like Fortify or Safe Passage. Okay. They're going to mass block the Thorn Lieutenant, maybe make me invest 6 mana into it. Alright, I'm just going to pass priority here then. Let First Strike resolve. I'll go ahead and... Yeah, we'll go ahead and pump here. And if they want a Hanged Execution of the Thorn Lieutenant, that's fine. I still get to get a 1/1 out of the deal, if nothing else. And my demon stays alive, so... Like, the demon alone is going to be a huge problem for them, unless they already have an answer for it. And just getting the Hanged Executioner off the battlefield now is just so much better for the Ambusher and every other large creature I have, so... Seems good. I'll lose another 2 life. Let's attack all again. Keep the pressure on. Okay, that's fine. So it looks like they're going to have some sort of trick here. Otherwise they can't make that type of block. Okay. Nope, nope. Take it back. Well, this is still technically lethal, so they have to have something. Convoke. Ah, Devouring Light, exile attacking or blocking creature. Alright. So, eat up all of their soldier tokens, and then we get to flash in the Ambusher end of turn. Talron's Invocation, make 2 2/2 flyers. Sure. Awkward. If they double block this and chump this, I think that's fine. We're still left with a ton of creatures, and they would need to chump with all of theirs. Alright, so they're going to double block to kill the Necrotal, go up to 6 here, take 5, go to 1. And that means I just get to pass the turn and make a token. And now we have 4 lethal threats. Terramorphic Expanse is certainly not going to cut it. All right, and we got the first round. Ooh, they've had a bunch of 7 drops in their hand. GG, let's go next. Okay, we are for round 2 of this core set cube. We are on the draw with a pretty good hand. We have turn 1 Arbor Elf and maybe a turn 2 Mana Gorger Hydra if we want. Turn 1 Duress. Alright, well they have to take my Guile, so I guess now... Even more so, we just slam the Mana Gorger Hydra on turn 2, as we don't have a way to protect it afterwards. Green, black from the OP. Looks like a Hangerback Walker or some kind of X spell from them. Yes, it is. You can always tell the way it's being cast. Alright, well that means we're just... Oh, we're just slamming here. And hoping that that they don't have a black removal spell. Because let me tell you, if Mana Gorger Hydra sticks around, it is quite a chonker. They play land and pass with the ability to pump up their Hangerback. Alright. Skin Shifter, a decent draw as well for us. So let's lead on Skin Shifter. Untap and play the Gilder, which guarantees us enough mana to play the Ant Queen next turn. And then attack for 3. That can't be good for me. Wait, what? Do they have an ulcerate? No, why didn't they pump up their... I'm confused. We'll see, I guess, in a second. Ah, Fungal Rebirth. Okay, interesting. So they get to buy back their Hangerback Walker and make a couple Saplings. Sure, and now they can play like the Hangerback Walker on 2 if they want. Oh, or they just have a Necrotal. Okay. Interesting, but I accept. Sorry, Hydra. You are donezo. They can even attack if they want to. I got a bunch of 1 toughness poop. Alright, 1 in the air it is. So, do I want to offer this for all 3 of those creatures? I think we'd rather just get the Ant Queen online for sure. Because I don't want to attack with the Skin Shifter, they block, and then I have to pump, so we'll just play the Ant Queen and pass. Now every time we have excess mana, we can just start making some extra 1/1s. Really too bad I don't have a way to mass pump in this deck, though. Just like 1 overwhelming Stampede or whatever, you know? Would be so, so good. Okay, this looks like the Hangerback again. Oh, this is Hydra, sure. Wonder if they fight the Skin Shifter. Indeed they do. That's fine. Fauna Shaman. What can we go get? We can get Rada, Siege Gang Commander. All right, let's go ahead and play out the Fauna Shaman then. And I'll go ahead and play out the Thorn Lieutenant as well. The Troll Ascetic we can just pitch because the Necrotal just blocks it all day anyway since it has First Strike. So we'll save that for Fauna Shaman purposes. At least with another land drop, the Thorn Lieutenant can actually start doing some work. Demon of Catastrophes, 6/6 Flying Trample. Okay. That's a clock. Is this another case where I'm going to lose to just a fat flyer? Maybe. If I play the land, I can attack with the Thorn Lieutenant. They are green-black value. Do I have anything good to bring in versus them? Once again, maybe just the Perilous Vault. Alright, chump with the Sapperling, that's fine. I just don't have very many good creatures to go get. This sucks. Alright, let's pass. Can make a bunch of 1/1s end of turn, I suppose. Nothing deals with a flyer, right? Yikes. Man, this deck just feels so underpowered. And maybe it is, but... Vampire Nighthawk. 6, 7, 8, 9. They put me to 1 next turn. Alright, well, let's make a dork. They opted not to play their hanger back on 1. Oh, Stampede would be so fantastic here. Swiftfoot Boots. Nope, that's not what we need. So I don't know if we have an out anymore. I mean, maybe they don't block. It looks like they're just going to chump. Chump and trade, maybe. Sure. They're at 20? Yeah. I think the only card I could feasibly have is Overwhelming Stampede. Assuming we're not just dead here to whatever this is. Take 7, take 6. Either way, can't beat it. Go to 4. Let's see. Nothing doing. Ah, Beacon of Unrest on their Necrotal. That works. Nightpack Ambusher. Oh, you know what I could have done? I guess I could have gotten Hangerback Walker and hoped to draw Evolutionary Leap. And then sacrifice... Oh, no, the demon has Trample, though. Never mind, that doesn't work. So, is the black worth bringing in versus them? I don't think so, but we will bring in the Vault again. They have enough removal that Leap is probably good enough. Do I want this Intervention? Can probably cut that. Alright, GG, go next. Game 2 of round 2 versus green-black. That is a very strange hand. I think I'm going to keep it. I have no threats, but the Perilous Vault is pretty good, I would think. Like, I can just buy a lot of time. It is a little bit awkward that it would get rid of my Wild Growth or my Swiftfoot Boots, but... Okay. Skin Shifter's not bad. I think I'm going to lead on Boots here, and then play Skin Shifter next turn and immediately equip it. As they have a Fauna Shaman, sure. Speaking of, there's our own Fauna Shaman. Alright, Skin Shifter, Hexproof Haste, and attack for 4. Make it a 4/4 Rhino, yes please. Leaf Gilder, So they're not planning on double blocking then if they're attacking, and they're not planning on using the Fauna Shaman. Interesting. Alright, let's play Fauna Shaman. Play land. Attack with our Skirmisher, or whatever, Skin Shifter. And I'm going to move the Boots over to the Fauna Shaman afterwards. And then we can pitch this Arbor Elf and go grab something better. Go grab Ant Queen or something, or Ambusher or Rata would be good too. Actually, Rata looks pretty fantastic here. Oh no, they have a Master of the Wild Hunt. Yikes. Card is very good, and a pretty big problem for me. I mean, I guess I could get Hangerback Walker too and just start leveling it huge. I don't know. I feel like getting the Rata and getting extra lands out of the deck seems pretty nice, though. Yeva on top. So we could pitch the... Siege Gang Commander and shuffle if we would like to, although that probably doesn't seem worth it. Alright, let's move the boots over to the Rata. And attack with both of these. They have to triple block the Rata if they want to kill her, and I'd happily trade for the Master of the Wild Hunt. I'm a little bit concerned here. Oh, I see. They're just going to shoot it with the Master afterwards. That's fine. Grave Titan! Oh, boy. Well, that's a problem. So they're going to shoot my Skin Shifter with the Master of the Wild Hunt. Alright, we're going to Perilous Vault next turn and hope that they don't have a way to kill it. Yep, that's fine. No land on top. Okay, well, let's pitch the Siege Gang then. Let's go grab like Night Pack Ambusher. Man, no land on top again sucks. And then play the Vault and pass. Maybe I should have just gotten an elf there. I mean, I'm going to have 4 mana after using the vault, assuming I pop it. My guess is they just attack with everything and pass, right? It's even more terrifying if they don't attack with everything. There they go. All right. So I'm wondering if I'm wondering if I only block 2 damage here instead of 6. I think I do, and that way I can play an extra land from the top of my library if there's one underneath the Troll Ascetic. I think that's worth it. I mean, they should probably just use, yep, the Master. So hopefully we have a land underneath this Troll. Good. Free roll attack. They have 2 cards left in their hand after this. All right, I mean, we're probably doing okay. No reason for them not to attack with everything. I am forced to pop it. Oh, shoot! I did it in response to them making zombies. Well, that's a big mistake. I just let them keep 2 zombies for no reason. And they get a follow-up play if they have it. Whoopsies. That is a huge error. That might just cost me the game right there. Oh, man. I mean, hopefully they have just junk in their hand, but... Wow, that's embarrassing. Alright, I'm going to go with the Yeva first into a removal spell, as I think the Ambusher is more important. They had a Grasp of Darkness, okay. Well, I'd be crushing them if I had played correctly. That's too bad. Oh, pass again, and if they have a removal spell for my Ambusher, I lose. Okay, no removal at least. 1 card in their hand. Graveborn Muse. All right. So... I think the plan here is to... Troll Ascetic plus Hangerback on 1. Attack for 4. I need to put a clock on them. Oh my gosh, this game was just over if I had... I mean, big mistake on my part. They go to 2 now because of their zombie. This has hexproof. And if they kill this, then I get a blocker, so I'm feeling pretty safe. Garrick. Okay. That's fine. That doesn't... I mean, they gain 6 life, or rather 4 life. That's bad, but I'm not dead here. Oh well, made some big errors, and it's probably going to cost me. This game was easy if I had just not punted so poorly. So we block, activate, but they get a 3/3 Death Toucher. Yeah, I mean... I need to draw like Bogardan Hellkite and then draw a land or something. Okay. There's step 1. Step 2 is draw a land. Depending on what they drew here, of course. Ah, Beacon of Unrest on my creature. All right, that'll do it. GG's. That's my fault, though. think that was I mean, that game was won. I don't know about the match, but so what happened there, for those that didn't see, I used the Perilous Vault in response to their Grave Titan making tokens. And so, of course, after the vault resolved, they had 2 tokens left over, and that was the huge difference in the game. So, GG's there. I can't see their message, unfortunately, because of Magic Online, but we'll try to salvage it 2-1. And here we are for round 3 of this core set cube after my big mistake in the previous round. Untap target forest. Well, Karplusan Forest is, for some reason, not a forest. I'm debating keeping this on the draw, but it's pretty sketchy. I think we can probably do a better 6, and oh yeah, much better 6 here. Do I want to pitch what, though? I think the Hangerback Walker is probably slightly better than the Thorn Lieutenant, and I don't want to lose the Yeva, so we'll keep it like this. Ooh, this might be a game where I could feasibly cast Siege Gang Commander. Alright, they're probably white aggro if they have Plains and Mutavault. Indeed, they have a Remorseful Cleric here. Go ahead and Hangerback on 1 and pass. I don't want to trade my Elf for their Cleric. They might even take that deal. Two for 2, or rather 2 for 3. Strong plays. Yeah, let's just pass here. They're probably assuming I'm holding back holding up the Hangerback Walker ability, but what I'm doing here is about to flash out a 4-drop. This is a really good turn sequence for us, since I get to flash out the Nightpack Ambusher and then pass the turn after attacking, getting the trigger from the Ambusher and then flashing out Yeva afterwards still. They have 2 cards left in their hand. They are playing some amount of red now, it looks like. And it's just an attack for 2 and pass. Alright, same. Ooh! Sorry about that. Same sequence. We're going to flash out another 4/4 at the end of turn. And they just scoop. Alright, well that was easy peasy. Do I want the black now over the red? I don't really think we need to do much boarding. Yeah, let's just run it back. Seems good. Turn 1 Arbor Elf. Ooh, and the Wild Growth. Alright, that is some very fast mana. I don't have anything to do with it yet, but Fauna Shaman can go dig for something should we be able to find another creature to discard, so this hand's great. So I have 4 mana next turn. Yeah, let's go like this. We're going to go Forest, Growth the Forest, tap it for 2, Skin Shifter, untap it, Fauna Shaman. Wow. Fantastic. They played a Resplendent Angel. We don't care about that. There is our next red source. So let's see here. What creature do we want to tutor for? Maybe Ambusher again? That seems good. Alright, let's attack for 4 with the Skin Shifter. First things first. Play Mountain. Pass. Take 3, yes. And then go ahead and float, untap, float, Fauna Shaman, discard the Troll Ascetic, go get our lovely Nightpack Ambusher again, and flash it out immediately. No plays. Okay. Now we just attack with everything. I guess I don't want to attack into a Raise the Alarm. I don't want to lose my Arbor Elf. If this might just be Devouring Light. Creatures? Okay. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So they're going to trade with the Fauna Shaman. That's okay. We don't really need the Fauna Shaman anymore. We get our Bogard and Hellkite next turn if they don't just scoop to what's on board. Ooh! Okay, that Resplendent has protection from all colors now. Nice. But unfortunately for the opponent here, I have 2, 4, 6, 8 mana. So all I have to do is simply attack with all of my non-Arbor Elf creatures, dealing them 4 points of damage, and then shooting them for 5 with the Bogarden. Alright, well, nice little 2-1 there. This wasn't really much of a match for this opponent. I'm really sad. We might have been able to possibly 3-0 if I hadn't made that huge blunder in the second round. Granted, we would have gone to a game 3, and I think our opponent's deck was better, but yeah, I mean, who knows? We never know. So this was a look at Core Set Cube. Huge downtick in power level in comparison to all the Vintage Cube drafts we've been getting lately, but don't worry, Vintage Cube is coming back in December. We just have a few weeks of lull time where we have some other formats, including this Core Set Cube. And you know what? I've done quite a few of these now on stream, and I've actually been enjoying them quite a bit. Like, it doesn't feel as lackluster as you would think a core set would be. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but it does feel like there's some sweet interplay at the very least, and some really fun decks you can do. So thanks for watching this edition of Drafting with Numot, the Core Set Cube on Magic Online. Don't forget to check out all of my other content here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys next time.